All right, we are back again. Welcome once more, Aaron, who was gracious enough to join me again for this video.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet. So we've got a mirror matchup here. I'm not sure actually. It's been a few days since I've played this game, so I'm going to assume though that the one getting aggressive with the scout is my opponent. And yeah, because I do usually tend to be defensive. Although this looks like my build, so who knows?
Always good when we don't know. Actually, that could be potentially interesting.
Yeah. This looks like my command center first, so I'm gonna say that's probably me. Okay. Anyway, kind of funny. I didn't even think about it because you always have the name tags in StarCraft 2's replays, and because this is an unfinished game, this hasn't had its replay interface fully fleshed out yet. So the yeah, not something I expected to run into. But yeah, mirror matchups on my replays will be a little bit trickier to decipher. Okay, so we've got dogs coming our way. We've got an expansion first, where I've only just now started to produce. So I've actually started to veer away from starting out with an expansion more recently, just because some of the aggression that can hit is brutal. So I finally start a sentry turret here that can keep you safe from a lot, but my build is not tight enough for that. And I've actually found that while it's fairly effective, the barracks is so delayed that it doesn't always help. Like you'll see here that they're hitting before the sentry post is done. The sentry post takes a long time to finish.
Yeah, dang, he's got good harassment.
Yeah, it's not bad, for sure. And here's the other thing. You can just kind of run by it. So he comes up here to come kill my workers. So my workers are having to join the fray. I should be producing during this. Unfortunately, I'm not. I felt like I was going to be safe because I started this sentry turret. Was not. Super my bad. Luckily, luckily for me anyway, his control of these pups is kind of mediocre. So the aggression was good. It looks like he has a solid build order, but yeah, his it was smart of him to expand. He got some damage. I think he killed about 6 workers, which is pretty brutal. But yeah, he's definitely he's definitely not the best with that micro. He got caught several times over here, probably because he was looking back to build up, which is definitely the right call. If you have to choose between microing your harass and going back home and macroing, the going back home and macroing is usually more important, unless if you're literally getting game-ending damage.
Yeah. So earlier you mentioned how your game, like your style has changed now that you've had some games under your belt. What changes would you like to be like now that you have that solid game sense and you're kind of adapting to the game? What kind of changes would you like to would you like to see made to Stormgate?
I would love to see. Well, primarily, I'd love to see some more advancement in terms of easing the skill floor of the game. I think that they've done a great job. The global command card is huge, but more specifically, one of the things that occasionally you have available in StarCraft. This is something that they haven't fully integrated. It's a very hard game to play, but they have like I guess they're command card overlays. So when you click on your Marines and your Marauders, they both have an ability called Stim. You don't have to tab between them to activate the individual abilities. In theory, you could actually overlay your abilities like that from over like multiple different characters. And so when you get to a more late game army, it becomes tricky to actually like tab through all the different things, or you have to control group all of them. I find that control groups fill up really fast because you're limited by what you can reach, and so it's really inefficient to have like 6 control groups because you have to like slide your hand around the keyboard, which leads to mistakes. It's really nice if you wouldn't have to control group every unit with an ability, and instead you could just select a group. Let's say you do want to split your army into 5 different groups. You can access all of their abilities.
Yeah, sounds like at least the first things out of the gate are more quality of life, which from what I understand, Stormgate it does have a focus on more quality of life updates.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go even farther, because one thing that's annoying is when you have an army that has medtechs take priority, but the second you have sentinels, the sentinels then take priority. Yeah, once you have medtechs and you have the Vulcans and you have your Atlas tanks, it becomes really annoying to tab through each of them, and as a result, you end up having to really slow down in a fight. I would love if they eased that just by having all of the units accessible when you scan them. The game is in flux, and so when I mention the things that I want to change, they probably will. Oh, I took a bad fight here. Yikes. I was not expecting him to have as much as he did.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, because a lot of my army was up here
over there. Yeah.
so and I was right next to his spawn, so his reinforcements were. I would love to see the medics' versatility shifted away to other units. They're one of the best units in the entire arsenal of the Vanguard because they're an excellent support. They can really heal up your bio army. They also have an anti-mech nanoswarm ability. It's also a mech healing ability. Also cleanse those units of any bad effects. So there isn't really a situation where you should be avoiding the medtech as a Vanguard player. And I'd love to see other units have like the ability to shine, because otherwise you're just gonna always build this and that's what you do.
Yeah. And so what are some ones outside of quality of life?
That's a great question. Right now, the game is very much in flux, so we're in a unique position where when I talk about some of these things, they might happen, or something like off the beaten path might happen. I think the Lancers are a little bit too strong, but that is also in a funny place because the Infernals faction is stronger, and these creep camps are so tough that you really do need an OP unit to be able to farm them as a Vanguard, because you get a lot more out of them as an Infernal player because you collect the fiends. But that's one that we're actually going to see change soon. They've already said they're going to redesign the creep camps. Oh, he's got me outnumbered here.
Let's see if you clutch it.
I definitely won't be winning this fight. Getting out would be ideal. Yeah, that was partially bad positioning on my part. I'm not sure what I was seeing that made me kind of march into them. I don't know. I must not have been looking, or oh, I guess he drops out.
Okay. Wow. Wasn't anticipating that.
Blue might have actually been me then. Oh goodness. Not that I only save games that I win, but I thought this was one of the games that I had won. So
All I'm gonna say is you're the type to build turrets outside of your expansions and to build like super into your own space.
true. So I'm not sure why he tucked up into the corner, but really cool. I've never seen anyone else do my build. Funny that I should play my off-meta build this one and go for the dogs. And to see the other person actually go for my standard play. So absolutely hilarious that I couldn't figure out who was who in this game. But yeah, you're absolutely right. This seems like a me kind of thing to do. I didn't place my buildings very well here, but again, catching my opponent's dog is absolutely something that I I do almost every game. So yeah, and this building placement in the end doesn't look like something I would do. So yeah, well, hilarious, and thank you so much for joining us.
No, again, thank you for having me, and it's always fun being able to ask these questions about this upcoming game. I mean, it's like you said, the game's in flux, and so it's always fun to see what kind of metas are happening right now. As of late, we have been seeing a stronger medic meta, so
Yeah,
to see that change will be, I think, an overall good change.
yeah, I hope it does, but we'll see.